So, why would you want to engage in meditation practice? From the perspective of starting out as a self, of being identified with this body. And there are many good reasons to still do it, even though maybe the realization of oneness or non-duality may be a long time in the future. So usually when you meditate and you get a little bit experienced with it, it's going to become one of your favorite pastimes. It's going to become one of the most enjoyable things in your life. It can become that good. But it has to first go through a phase of discipline, of staying with the practice, of doing it even though you are not wanting to do it, in order to fully develop this quality that you can reach in meditation, where it's such a positive, exciting, blissful thing. And really, even though ultimately you even want to go beyond that, for the beginner and for the intermediate, great experiences, pleasurable states of consciousness are a great goal. They are what you should strive for in meditation. They are a good sign that you are doing things correctly. But it also doesn't mean that when you are sitting and you're in pain and you are not happy, or you're not thinking this meditation is going great, but you think, I'm sitting here and nothing good is going to happen out of this. It doesn't mean that this is not valuable. It only means that you have to push through that, push through those initial resistances to finding this deeper underlying level, or to open up this new sphere of being, where really you discover joys that are unrelated to what you have been previously doing, that they are not the result of some form aspect of reality, that are not resulting from something that you do in the world, from getting something out of your physical body, some pleasure of the senses, or some goal that you achieve in the outer world, so to speak. So meditative goals are different from that. They arise out of the beginningless state of consciousness. And they are not dependent on outer circumstances. They are dependent on other circumstances. Maybe your concentration, absorption, letting go, equanimity, clarity. Those are things that you are cultivating in the practice, that are, so to speak, the fertile soil in which meditative joy can arise. And that's really what I want to emphasize here in this video. And I really think that people sometimes overlook it, because when we come to many of the teachings of Buddhism with a Western mindset, with an individualized culture as our background, we think that what is valuable about meditation is the end result, is the end goal, and all in between is something that we would rather want to skip. But actually that's not a very valuable view. The more valuable view that will actually get you sooner to deeper realizations and insights is the letting go into this moment and accepting what is happening in your meditation, and seeing, okay, how can I view this very present moment so that it becomes more enjoyable, more pleasurable. That's a very valuable view to engage in during a meditation practice. And to let go a little bit of this goal-oriented approach to meditation. Because even though as a long-term projection, as a concept around your meditation, yes, you want to make sure it's going in that direction, but that's not what you are concerned about in the moment, because it would make you tight. It would make you hold on to something that you have to let go. You would hold on to this idea of what it should be rather than what it is. And it's always about present moment awareness, clarity of that which arises and ceases moment by moment. And the better you are able to do that, I have found, the more enjoyable it naturally becomes. And the sooner or easier you actually get to your goal that you had to let go in the moment in order to get it. But you see, that's a tricky psychology there. You have to see through that and not think, okay, how can I let go now in order to get what I want? That's a sneaky approach that the mind takes, and you should see through that and really, really just immerse yourself more and more into this moment. And also, it's something that takes time. Many people that come to meditation, including myself, have found that you cannot force the mind to be still. It is about coming back to the practice day after day, sitting, becoming more and more quiet, that actually allows for this inner peacefulness to show itself to you. Or said another way, for the thoughts to settle, for the waves to subside and the ocean to become a perfectly clear, reflecting surface. That's what it's going to be like. You have to let it settle. And the beauty that can arise out of that, and that you are becoming sensitive to, is so subtle, yet feels so good that you are really, at one point in your practice, think to yourself, oh my God, how great I have come this far. I'm so thankful I've went all these years and have spent and have sat through the difficult times, because drinking from that fountain of like so peaceful, pure being is worth all the struggles that you had been going through before. That's what it's going to feel like at one point in your meditation practice if you stick to it. That's actually, at least that's what most people are experiencing sooner or later. So really, with this video, I think I would just want to give a little bit of a motivation, just a little bit of a motivational talk. Maybe for you out there who are really struggling right now, maybe you have been meditating for years on and off, or maybe you couldn't stick to your routine and you have been thinking like, okay, maybe this isn't for me, but really I want you to get to that point where it's like, oh yes, that's what I want to do. It will come to the point where you have an hour of free time in your day and you have several options of how to spend that. And there won't be a question in your mind whether you want to meditate or do anything else. It will be, yes, of course, the greatest thing I can think of right now that I can do is to sit in my own being, in meditation. And really, when you're still struggling with meditation, with the practice, and you're not at that point yet, I can really just say from my experience and from all the people I've guided so far through this process, is that this point will come, and you will be so glad when it comes, when you have these glimpses of, oh yeah, things are opening up for me now. You will be so glad that you have stuck with your practice. And I really wish for every one of you out there who wants to and really feels some innate drive to discover something deeper, I want you to get to that point. And I really hope that you can get there with persistent practice and with also some degree of attention to the subtlety in your meditation. Because the beauty of this peacefulness really lies in the subtlety of it. When you can look past the big growth things in your life, that the thoughts that really pull you in, these big things, these like the things that you cannot look past usually. And when those subside in meditation, you can let go of them, and you discover this more and more, the beauty of the stillness that lies deeper and deeper